9 priorities of the Indian Union Budget 2024. Imagine navigating through a world where economic uncertainties are as unpredictable as the weather. Despite the global turbulence, rising asset prices, political shakeups, and shipping delays, India shines like a beacon of stability and growth. While many economies are grappling with inflation, India has managed to keep its inflation low and stable, moving steadily towards a 4% target with the core inflation at 3.1%. But what is truly remarkable is India's focus on empowering four key groups in society. Join us as we dive into the highlights of the 2024 budget, exploring how these measures are not just numbers on paper, but stories of real change and impact. Beyond stabilizing inflation and supporting key groups, this budget sets a bold course for Viksit Bharat, a developed India. Our focus: creating jobs, enhancing skills, empowering MSMEs, and uplifting the middle class. With 9 strategic priorities, we are paving the way for a future priming with opportunities for all. Priority 1: Productivity and Resilience in Agriculture. First up, the government is rolling out 109 high-yielding and climate-resilient crop varieties. Imagine the impact on 1 crore farmers as they transition to natural farming with the support of 10,000 new bio-input resource centers. This move is all about fostering sustainable practices and boosting productivity. Next, there is a strong push towards self-sufficiency. By focusing on pulses, oilseeds, and developing large-scale vegetable production clusters, we are aiming to cut down on imports and secure our food supply. How does that sound to ensure our plate is always full? Digital transformation is also on the horizon. The rollout of Digital Public Infrastructure (DPI) will integrate 6 crore farmers and their lands into a digital registry. This means more efficient and transparent management and easier access to critical resources. And let's not forget the financial boost. The expansion of Kisan credit cards and support for shrimp farming will provide essential backing to farmers and agribusinesses, empowering them to thrive. With a hefty allocation of Rs 1.52 lakh crore, this budget is set to not only strengthen our agricultural backbone but also invigorate rural economies. It is all about creating jobs and driving inclusive growth in a sector that supports 50% of our workforce. Priority 2: Employment and Skilling. The government is rolling out 3 exciting schemes under the Prime Minister's package to boost employment. First up, for those entering the workforce, there is a generous offer of a 1-month salary transfer up to Rs 15,000 for first-time employees registered with EPFO and earning under Rs 1 lakh per month. This initiative aims to benefit 210 lakh youth. Next, the manufacturing sector will receive incentives for hiring new employees with benefits linked to their EPFO contributions, impacting 30 lakh youth. Additionally, across all sectors, employers can claim up to Rs 3,000 per month for 2 years for each new employee, aiming to create 50 lakh new jobs. In support of women, new measures including setting up working women hostels, establishing creches, organizing women-specific skilling programs, and promoting market access for women SHE enterprises. The budget also introduces a scheme to skill 20 lakh youth over 5 years with upgraded industrial training institutes and industry-aligned courses. For students, the revamped Model Skill Loan Scheme now offers loans up to Rs 7.5 lakh with a government guarantee, benefiting 25,000 students annually. Furthermore, 1 lakh students pursuing higher education will receive e-vouchers for up to Rs 10 lakh in loan with a 3% annual interest subvention. These initiatives are set to transform the landscape of employment and education in India. Priority 3: Inclusive Human Resource Development and Social Justice. Big changes are on the horizon. The saturation approach aims to comprehensively support farmers, youth, women, and the poor by expanding access to education, health, and economic programs, including the PM Vishwakarma and PM Swanidhi schemes. Next, we have the Purvodaya plan, which focuses on the eastern states, enhancing infrastructure with projects like the Patna Purnia Expressway and a new 2400 MW power plant, which will not only improve regional connectivity but also stimulate industrial growth and job creation. In Andhra Pradesh, financial support for capital development and the Polavaram irrigation project will bolster economic infrastructure and agricultural productivity. The PM Awas Yojana will see the construction of 3 crore new houses, significantly impacting housing and urban development. With a major allocation of over Rs 3 lakh crore for women-led schemes and extensive support for tribal communities, including the Pradhan Mantri Janjatiya Unnat Gram Abhiyan, these measures aim to uplift marginalized groups and foster inclusive growth. Additionally, the expansion of banking services in the Northeast and a substantial Rs 2.66 lakh crore provision for rural development will further bolster economic activity and financial inclusion. Overall, these initiatives are poised to energize regional economies, enhance social equity, and drive sustainable development across the country. Priority 4: Manufacturing and Services. This budget emphasizes the growth of MSMEs and labor intensive manufacturing by offering a comprehensive package that includes financing, regulatory changes, and technology support. A new credit guarantee scheme will be launched to facilitate term loans for MSMEs purchasing machinery and equipments, offering guarantee coverage of up to Rs 100 crore per applicant without the need for collateral. Public sector banks will develop an in-house capacity to assess MSME creditworthiness, moving away from traditional asset-based criteria and incorporating digital footprints. A new mechanism will provide credit support to MSMEs during stress periods, preventing them from slipping into NPA status. To boost entrepreneurship, the limit for Mudra loans will be increased to Rs 20 lakh for those who have successfully repaid previous loans. The turnover threshold for mandatory onboarding on the TREDS platform will be lowered, bringing more companies and CPSEs onto the platform to unlock working capital for MSMEs. SIDBI will expand its branch network to serve major MSME clusters, and financial support will be provided for setting up food eradication units and quality testing labs. Additionally, e-commerce export hubs will be established to help MSMEs and traditional artisans reach international markets. For the manufacturing sector, the government will introduce a scheme offering internships in 500 top companies, benefiting 1 crore youth over 5 years. The scheme will provide exposure to real-life business environments and offer an internship allowance. The development of investment-ready industrial parks with complete infrastructure will be facilitated, and rental housing for industrial workers will be supported in PPP mode. The shipping industry will see ownership, leasing, and flagging reforms to increase India's market share and employment opportunities. The government will launch a critical mineral mission to boost domestic production, recycling, and overseas acquisition of critical minerals. Offshore mining blocks will also be auctioned to harness mineral resources. In the service sector, new digital public infrastructure DPI applications will be developed to enhance productivity and innovation across various sectors. An integrated technology platform will improve outcomes under the Insolvency and Bankruptcy Code IBC, while reforms will be made to expedite insolvency resolution and debt recovery processes, including the establishment of additional tribunals. Priority 5: Urban Development. The government's vision for urban development includes several key initiatives. Cities as growth hubs will be achieved by improving economic and transit planning and orderly development of peri-urban areas. For transformative redevelopment of existing cities, a new framework will be created to guide policies, market mechanisms, and regulations. Transit-oriented development plans will target 14 major cities with populations over 30 lakh, focusing on effective implementation and financing strategies. Under PM Awas Yojana Urban 2.0, a massive investment of Rs 10 lakh crore will address the housing needs of 1 crore urban poor and middle class families with rupees 2.2 lakh crore in central assistance over the next 5 years and interest subsidies for affordable loans. The government will also enhance rental housing markets with better policies and regulations. In water supply and sanitation, projects for 100 large cities will be promoted, including sewage treatment, solid waste management, and the use of treated water for irrigation. The success of the PM Swanidhi scheme will be built upon a new initiative to develop 100 weekly street food hubs over the next 5 years. Lastly, states will be encouraged to reduce high stamp duty rates with additional incentives for properties purchased by women, integrating these reforms into urban development strategies. Priority 6: Energy Security. Exciting times ahead for India's energy landscape. The government is ramping up its energy transition strategy, ensuring we grow sustainably and efficiently while keeping energy secure and affordable. First up, the PM Surya Grah Muft Bijli Yojana. Imagine getting free electricity up to 300 units each month. This rooftop solar initiative is set to power up 1 crore households, and the response has been phenomenal. But that's not all. A pumped storage policy is on the way, which will make storing renewable energy easier and help smooth out the supply. Plus, the government is teaming up with the private sector to develop Bharat small reactors and cutting edge small modular nuclear reactors, which are vital for our future energy mix. And for those wondering about efficiency, advanced ultra supercritical thermal power plants are here to boost it. NTPC and BIL are working on an 800 MW plant that's set to revolutionize how we generate power. Meanwhile, a new roadmap will help hard to abate industries transition from just being energy efficient to actually cutting emissions, all in line with the upcoming Indian carbon market. Lastly, traditional micro and small industries aren't left behind. In 60 clusters, including brass and ceramic, these industries will get financial support for energy audits and shifting to cleaner energy sources. And guess what? This initiative will soon roll out to another 100 clusters. Priority 7: Infrastructure. The central government has consistently invested heavily in infrastructure, creating a powerful multiplier effect on the economy. Over the next 5 years, the government plans to maintain strong fiscal support for infrastructure while balancing other priorities and fiscal consolidation. This year alone, a staggering rupees 11,11,111 crore has been allocated for capital expenditure, which represents 3.4% of our GDP. Infrastructure investment by state governments. States are being encouraged to match the scale of investment according to their development priorities. A special provision of rupees 1.5 lakh crore in long-term interest-free loans has been made to support states in their infrastructure projects. Private investment in infrastructure. The government is also fostering private sector investment in infrastructure through viable gap funding and enabling policies. A market-based financing framework will be introduced to attract more private capital. Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana (PMGSY) Phase 4 of the PMGSY is set to launch, aiming to provide all-weather connectivity to 25,000 rural habitations that have seen population growth, ensuring that rural areas are not left behind in development. Irrigation and flood mitigation. The government recognizes the critical need for flood control and irrigation, especially in flood-prone states like Bihar, Assam, Himachal Pradesh, Uttarakhand, and Sikkim. Financial support is being extended to various projects, including the Kosi-Mechi Interstate Link and other irrigation and flood management projects, with a focus on reducing the impact of natural disasters and improving water management. Tourism. Tourism is a vital part of India's cultural and economic landscape. The government is committed to positioning India as a global tourist destination, creating jobs, stimulating investments, and unlocking economic opportunities across sectors. Specific initiatives, including the comprehensive development of the Vishnupad Temple Corridor and Mahabodhi Temple Corridor in Bihar, transforming these sites into world-class pilgrim and tourist destinations. Additionally, Rajgir, Nalanda, and Odisha will see significant investments to enhance their appeal as tourist hubs, tapping into their rich culture and natural heritage. Priority 8 Innovation, Research and Development. The government will launch the Anusandhan National Research Fund to support foundational research and prototype creation. Additionally, a financing pool of rupees 1 lakh crore will be established to stimulate private sector driven research and innovation on the commercial scale as outlined in the interim budget. In a bid to grow the space economy five-fold over the next 10 years, a venture capital fund of rupees 1000 crore will be introduced aimed at fostering investment and innovation in space related projects. Priority 9 Next Generation Reforms. Economic Policy Framework. To steer India's economic future, a comprehensive economic policy framework is in the work. This framework will set the stage for the next wave of reforms, focusing on creating employment opportunities and sustaining high growth. Key areas of reform include enhancing the productivity of land, labor, capital, and entrepreneurship, with technology playing a crucial role in boosting total factor productivity and bridging inequalities. Collaboration with states for reform implementation. Effective implementation requires collaboration between the central and state governments. To promote competitive federalism, a significant portion of the 50-year interest-free loan will incentivize states to implement reforms swiftly. This collaborative effort underscores the idea that national development hinges on the development of individual states. Land-related reforms. The government is prioritizing land-related reforms in both rural and urban areas. In rural regions, initiatives including assigning unique land parcel identification number UL pins, digitizing cadastral maps, and linking land records to the farmers registry. In urban areas, a new IT-based system will digitize land records with GIS mapping, enhancing property record administration, and improving the financial standing of urban local bodies. Labor-related reforms. The government aims to integrate a wide range of services for labor, including employment and skilling, into a comprehensive system. The eShram portal will be integrated with other databases to create a one-stop solution for job seekers, skill providers, and employers. Additionally, the Shram Suvidha and Samadhan portals will be revamped to simplify compliance for businesses. Capital and entrepreneurship reforms. To meet the economy's financing needs, a financial sector vision and strategy document will be developed. This will outline the sector's goals for the next 5 years, guiding governments, regulators, financial institutions, and market participants. A new taxonomy for climate finance will be introduced to enhance capital availability for climate adaptation and mitigation, supporting India's green transition. The government also plans to introduce a variable capital company structure to streamline financing for aircraft and ship leasing, as well as private equity funds. Foreign direct investment and NPS Vatsalya. Rules and regulations for foreign direct investment and overseas investments will be simplified to attract more foreign capital and encourage the use of the Indian rupee for overseas investments. Additionally, NPS Vatsalya will be introduced, allowing parents and guardians to contribute to a pension plan for minors, which can seamlessly convert into a regular NPS account upon reaching adulthood. Technology and ease of doing business. Technology has been a game changer in improving productivity and reducing inequality. Public investment in digital infrastructure and private sector innovations have increased access to markets, education, health, and other services. The government plans to further digitalize the economy, making it more efficient and inclusive. To enhance the ease of doing business, initiatives like the Jan Vishwas Bill 2.0 are already underway. States will also be incentivized to implement business reforms, action plans, and digitalize their processes. This multifaceted approach is designed to propel India's economy forward, creating a more inclusive, efficient, and sustainable future. Wrapping up fiscal outlook and commitments. As we look ahead to the fiscal year 2024-25, the government has laid out a comprehensive financial plan. Total receipts, excluding borrowings, are projected at Rs 32.07 lakh crore, while total expenditure is set at Rs 48.12 lakh crore. Net tax receipts are estimated to reach Rs 25.83 lakh crore. The fiscal deficit is anticipated to be 4.9% of the GDP, with gross and net market borrowings through dated securities expected to be Rs 14.1 lakh crore and Rs 11.63 lakh crore, respectively, both lower than the previous year. The fiscal consolidation path outlined in 2021 has proven effective, and the government remains steadfast in its commitment to reduce the fiscal deficit to below 4.5% by the next year. From 2026-27 onwards, the aim is to ensure that the central government debt follows a declining trajectory as a percentage of GDP. This disciplined approach underlines our commitment to sustainable economic management and long-term fiscal health. What do you think about the 2024 budget? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights on the latest economic developments. Stay tuned for our next video where we will dive into the details of direct and indirect taxes. See you soon.